made my circle. I set up my centerpiece, and then I laid my helix on top, and I trimmed it off already. Let's have a look at where we're going. I think you're gonna like this. It's so much fun. So this is where we're going, and ours will look something like this, but maybe a lot different too. I think that's the beauty of Zentangle. Grab a scrap piece of paper, and possibly, this is a little over an inch, maybe 1.25 inches, something like that. It's just so that you can set up 4 sides. So lay the tick mark on one side, on the middle, and your other side at the far end. And do this again at the other side. 2 more. And that is the basis of our pattern. I'm going to switch over to pen right away because this is what I call on-the-job training. So we're going to aim for this top one in each, and we're going to come off with a large comma or a rice grain. It's going to go like this. The idea is to go around or to touch that dot that you and I made, and we're going to do this 4 times. That one didn't quite make it, but I still think you get the idea, right? And no one would ever tell you that Mary Poppins lives here. She doesn't. So mentally divide this into quarters. Right here at the top of each one, we're going to come off with a kind of a comma and then bring it down like this, a long line that mirrors or auras the side of this fun rice grain we made. Let's do that again. Out and in. We're going to do this again. Go down maybe in 1/2 inch, 1/8 of an inch, whatever seems right to you, and down again. Same on the other side. One more time. Isn't that the prettiest thing? Let's do that again. So I'm going to come off on either side, about mark it if you like, just to know what you're aiming for on each side. Out and up and aura down. Out and up, aura down. Lower it about equal amounts on each side if you need to do tick marks to help you eyeball it. Out and down. I like to do 3. And that is what the gal Hildy did in her original pattern. But why couldn't you make more if you wanted? You certainly could. Or less. Out, aura down, and feel free to pause me at this point or follow along in real time. How fun is that? The next thing we're going to do is at about 1/3 of the way up, I'm going to make a line from each side that goes out and comes and makes a point, and then darken this in. Now, you're welcome to do this with a thicker pen if you happen to have a Sharpie or a 0.5 micron. If you have that on hand, that would work fine too. Just darken it in. Work lightly with your pen. You don't need to push hard. And then we're going to make an aura line. This is the cutest ever. Make a substantial dot and then 2 smaller dots going up. We're going to do that on all 4 sides. Let's do the next one together. About 1/3 of the way up, make a stick up and up, darken in. I'm working quickly. You can take your time with this. Feather light with your pen. Let the ink just flow out, and it will. And then aura, substantial dot, and 2 smaller dots. It looks like a tuxedo almost to me. So again, feel free to pause me at this point. Now that we've got that, let's go ahead and add a border to the outside. And I want to do that by dividing up my quadrants. So I'm going to do a little tick mark here and at the opposite side. Keep my work in front of me. Let's divide this again in half. Eyeball this. And now that you've got it divided into 8 sections, let's go do it again. You see, I'm just putting the smallest tick mark to mark my spot all the way around. What I'm going to do is make an S. Watch how that's going to look. I'm going to go out, over, and back. Practice it a couple of times, out, over, and back. I'm going to do that all the way around. So I'm going to start out, again, kind of creating a scallop effect. And there will be probably a few times where you don't quite make your tick mark. That happened to me there. Work as quickly or as slowly as you want on this. Take your time. Zentangle is about the journey. It's not about the destination. How cute. Okay, I just love this. What I'm going to do this time, as opposed to what I did last time, and maybe you would like this better. See here, I made a series of scallops and I darkened each of them. And this time I'm going to do a series of sticks, smallish whiskers. But I think I'll alternate. And I think that'll look quite cool, and it will reflect what I've got going on here in the middle of this cute pattern. Again, feel free to pause me. And then I'm going to get some shading on here. Oh, and I'd like to put these little dots all the way around like this. I think that would be a nice treatment for this tile. That one's going to have two. How interesting looking that will be. I may have to, with some logic, do every other one with two, or it's just, well, maybe it's just going to look weird. There's one up there. Yep. Cute. Isn't that cute? Okay, grab your pencil because it's time to get some shading on here. I'd like to have shading on the inside of this rice grain all the way around, but I'm also going to put it on the outside of these kind of folds. And you see I'm working on the side of my pencil now so that I can get the graphite off of it instead of using it as a pencil. I'm using it on the side. And my goal with my shading is to add a third color here. And that means that I'm going to be adding a little bit of the, like I said already, the graphite. And then I want to end up with some gray and some white also here. By putting the graphite in the middle or toward the middle of this longish rice grain, I am going to create a situation where it looks like it's folded over or rounded. And that's what I'm going for. I like to lay all my graphite on first and then go back and smudge all of the graphite in. It's just easier for me, and everybody has their own technique, so feel free to do what works for you. So each of these, I'm going to start at the side and come up. Start at the side, come up. And leave a little bit, again, without shading or graphite that's going to turn into shading in a minute. This is fun. I hope you like it. I'm going to be sorry when this is done. It's such a fun tile. Beautiful. Okay, now that you've got that on, take a minute and smudge. First thing I'm going to do is smudge inside and then those two outside areas. I think I have a lot of graphite on here. Let's get rid of a little of it on my paper. See how that gives it a rounded effect? I'm also gonna go around here on top of each of these. Oh, it is so cute. I hope you'll love yours, and I hope you'll share it with me. Now, last thing we want to do is be sure with your pen to put your initials on here somewhere. Whatever your initials or your chop is.